Fred Vasseur has unveiled an audacious plan that could redefine Ferrari's future in Formula One, announcing that their 2025 car, codenamed Project 677, will be an entirely new machine. This groundbreaking project comes as Ferrari embarks on what many are calling the Lewis Hamilton era, a collaboration with the 7-time world champion that has already sent shockwaves through the motorsport world. For a team as steeped in history as Ferrari, this move represents more than just a technical overhaul. It's a bold statement of intent to reclaim its place at the pinnacle of Formula One. According to Vasseur, Ferrari's new challenger will share less than 1% of its components with the 2024 car, signaling a complete departure from the philosophies of recent seasons. The Scuderia has faced relentless scrutiny for inconsistent performances in the past decade, with flashes of brilliance often overshadowed by operational errors and lackluster development. However, the 2024 season marked a noticeable improvement in both performance and consistency, laying the groundwork for an even more ambitious approach in 2025. Vasseur, speaking during Ferrari's traditional end-of-season media lunch, emphasized the team's relentless pursuit of innovation. "The car will be completely new," he said. "Sometimes you don't realize you're taking risks until afterward, but we believe in this project. Whether it will be competitive, we'll find out in Bahrain." The stakes couldn't be higher for Ferrari as they face the dual challenge of maintaining momentum into 2025 while preparing for sweeping regulation changes in 2026. Unlike some rivals, Ferrari has chosen to go all in for 2025, investing heavily in Project 677 to ensure it doesn't become another missed opportunity. Vasseur made it clear that the team's focus is on building a car capable of consistent dominance, rather than occasional podiums. "We can't say now if 2025 will be our year," he admitted, "but I trust the project. It's been a tough year, but we've learned a lot. Now it's time to take another step." Adding to the sense of anticipation is, of course, Hamilton's highly publicized move to Ferrari. After years of speculation, the legendary driver will finally don the iconic Maranello red, a union that has been decades in the making. Hamilton, who will turn his first laps for Ferrari at Fiorano in January, is reportedly eager to begin this new chapter. While the test will be limited to an older spec car, it marks the first tangible step in a partnership that promises to be both historic and pivotal. Vasseur described the moment as deeply emotional, but stressed the importance of staying focused amid the excitement. "It's true that this moment has probably been in his mind for 20 years, he said, "but it has to be emotional for one lap. After that, it's about preparation. We have a short window before Bahrain and every second counts." The early months of 2025 will be a whirlwind for Ferrari, with Hamilton's integration into the team coinciding with the car's unveiling and an intense preseason schedule. The Scuderia has already planned a series of events, including the launch of the new car on February 9th to 19th, followed by a grueling sequence of tests and races leading up to the season opener in Melbourne. Despite the tight timeline, Ferrari exudes confidence, with Vasseur noting that the entire team is galvanized by the challenge. "It's not easy, but we're ready. This is Ferrari. We thrive under pressure." The question on everyone's mind right now is simple but significant. Who will emerge as Ferrari's #1 driver? Will it be the legendary Lewis Hamilton, who many argue is past his peak, or Charles Leclerc, a driver in his prime with raw speed and undeniable potential? This pairing is nothing short of a blockbuster, blending Hamilton's vast experience and tactical racecraft with Leclerc's blistering one-lap pace and hunger for success. On paper, they seem evenly matched, but in reality, the dynamic is set to test Ferrari's ability to manage two titans under one roof. Ferrari team principal Frederick Vasseur is unfazed by the potential for fireworks, confident in the professionalism and mutual respect between the two drivers. He believes this partnership will be more of a catalyst for growth than a recipe for disaster. Charles and Lewis have been discussing this for months, he explained. They have a huge mutual respect for each other. It's better to fight for wins than to battle for 19th and 20th. The emulation between the two will drive performance. For Vasseur, this isn't just optimism, it's a calculated belief that the competitive tension will push both drivers to elevate their game, ultimately benefiting the team as a whole. Hamilton's arrival at Ferrari follows what can only be described as a turbulent final chapter with Mercedes. Despite breaking his winless streak with an emotional home victory at Silverstone, the 2024 season exposed cracks in his dominance. Being outqualified 19-5 by George Russell raised eyebrows, and the year itself seemed to weigh heavily on Hamilton, describing it as the longest year of my life. He likened the experience to a painful breakup, yet it wasn't all gloom. His brilliant drives in Las Vegas and Abu Dhabi reminded the paddock and Vasseur that his talent remains formidable. He was not well mentally at times, but his performances in the last races proved his ability is undiminished, Vasseur emphasized. Meanwhile, Leclerc has been steadily proving why he's considered one of the best qualifiers in Formula One, amassing an impressive 26 pole positions. His victory at Monza this season wasn't just another notch on his belt. It was a testament to his evolution as a complete driver, capable of executing race-winning strategies under pressure. For Hamilton to challenge Leclerc, he'll need to rekindle his own one-lap magic and rely on his race day expertise, something that could reignite the competitive fire within him. Of course, Ferrari isn't a stranger to managing intense team rivalries. Leclerc's partnership with Carlos Sainz was marked by a spirited on-track battle, though they never spiraled into outright conflict. Hamilton, however, brings a history of high-profile clashes, most notably with Fernando Alonso in 2007 and Nico Rosberg during their explosive Mercedes years from 2014 to 2016. These rivalries showed how quickly things can escalate when egos collide, but Vasseur is adamant that Ferrari's environment will foster a healthier, more constructive competition. This situation is different, he said. They know the stakes, and I believe their competition will elevate the team. Hamilton isn't the only driver in 2025 who will be stepping into a new car for the first time. In fact, the entire F1 grid has been shaken up with a wave of team changes and rookie debuts that have transformed the sport's landscape. The final domino fell when Red Bull confirmed Isaac Haar as the replacement for Liam Lawson, who has been promoted to their senior team. Red Bull and Sergio Perez mutually agreed to part ways, of course, leaving one of the sport's most coveted seats to Lawson. With Haan's confirmation, the 2025 grid now boasts 6 rookies and several seasoned drivers in new colors, setting the stage for a fascinating season ahead. Carlos Sainz, displaced by Hamilton, became the hottest free agent of the year. Initially targeting the vacant Mercedes or Red Bull seats, Sainz found that both doors were closed. Left with limited options, he signed a 2-year deal with Williams, where he'll partner Alex Albon, who committed to the team long-term. Mercedes, known for nurturing future talent, made a bold step by promoting Antonelli to partner George Russell. Antonelli, a standout in the junior categories, is poised to make his mark as the youngest driver on the 2025 grid. Jack Doohan steps up to join Pierre Gasly, giving the French team a dynamic new pairing for 2025. Haas waved goodbye to its veteran lineup of Kevin Magnussen and Nico Hülkenberg, instead betting on a fresh combination of Esteban Ocon and British rookie Oliver Bessaba. Gearing up for its rebranding as Audi in 2026 went for a clean slate, with Nico Hülkenberg returning to the grid alongside F2 champion Gabriel Barretto, who will make his F1 debut. In a season of change, only 2 teams, McLaren and Aston Martin retain their 2024 lineups. McLaren's Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri, alongside Aston Martin's Fernando Alonso and Lance Stroll, bring continuity to an otherwise dramatically reshuffled grid. Will Hamilton reignite his spark? Let us know